per se, but at the same time, I don't want to risk it because apparently it just records the Twitch stream for me by default. But I don't trust it, so I might as well have it double up. Also, we're live now. Hello, everyone.
Good idea.
Hello, people of the internet.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
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 Everybody's here this time.
Yeah.
Blasphemies.
Start up music again.
Oh, that's new. Thank you, XSplit. I didn't know you did that.
What did it do?
Apparently, when I start up the Twitch stream, it just puts a link to my Twitch in my clipboard for me.
Interesting.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. Well. Welcome back to the HSD Second Edition test campaign. No, don't have a better name for it. I'm not gonna get one. We are well into our first arc, which I'm simply calling Bioprobes. And who would like to give us a recap? And don't start everyone at once.
Don't look at the pig. He was busy in a closet.
Well, clearly he should be doing the recap then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did the recap last time? Was it?
It was you.
Bill.
It was me.
It was you.
Oh, okay. Well, then clearly I'm exempt from the selection. I served my term in office.
Okay, I don't know if I have everything remembered, but we started off the session with reporting the information that we had gained from the site, and then moved on to looking into the surveillance cameras, while Haneker went out to the streets to talk with people and see if they've noticed anything up. Anything out of place, people that weren't there usually. And as we politely waited in line, like so many other protags would not do, we eventually got to review the recording and have a list of possible suspects, with one that is more notable than the others. I believe it was a gray tabby cat? I don't know the specifics.
Meow.
And as we were walking back to the offices, cutting a few corners, I imagine,
Yeah, you took some shortcuts.
got locked into a room with a bunch of aggressive bioprobes covered in some... And then we got covered in some weird substance. Meanwhile, God, what is your character's name?
Oscar!
Oscar was locked outside.
I'm trying to get the door open, guys. It's not working. I'm not good with these computer things. Help! Help! I'm an old man and I don't know how to use my phone. Wow.
Also, I blew the head off the big one.
Yes, you did.
I baseball batted a couple of them.
Sorry, not the most exciting recap, but
Factually correct.
Yep, it indeed was.
To quote Ghostbusters, as Haneker is standing in the middle of bioprobe corpses, "Why am I covered in goo?"
let's try and get the door open for Oscar.
Really, for you guys, you're stuck in the room. I'm outside. I can walk away if I want to. You
Yeah, but we
can't.
still have to investigate this.
Try and help getting the door open.
The issue I'm having here is that all but one of the things exploded, and the one that wasn't supposed to explode, I made explode. So...
Yes, you did.
Actually, was only the floaty one that exploded on their own.
Yeah, but I made the one that wasn't supposed to explode, sorta.
There were two that were two small crawly ones. Those didn't explode either.
Oh, which two are those?
These two here, that
Oh.
one and that one.
Okay.
Poke 'em with a stick. Always
Yeah.
poke
With a
the dead
stick.
bodies with a stick. Yeah.
I suppose I would like to get the door open first of all.
It is
How are you going about getting the door open?
We don't have a hacker boy this time around, do we?
Nope. We have friend of
I
Hacker
mean,
Boy.
we can always try.
I got a boon in engineering.
That'll do. Or would it be...
So you want to
You can
engineer the door open?
Hooray.
Well, I
Hooray.
mean,
Yes.
with your knowledge of engineering, you could give me instructions on how to take apart the frame of the door.
Alright, you need to start unscrewing the hinges. What hinges?
Screw that! I just start wailing on it.
Is there a
Okay,
control
but-
panel nearby?
There is a control panel, yes.
I would like to rip it open and see if I could try to hotwire it.
Okay.
Let's just try it first.
See, I mean, he's actually using his brain on this one. Haneker's
Well,
just
I
going
was-
full Lieutenant Worf and just smashing the console like a angry monkey.
I was gonna say, why don't I try it from my end?
Okay. First on, Haneker, are you actually starting to wail on the door?
No, just poking and on the console in frustration.
Poking, rattling, and then saying, "No, the door's closed."
Yeah, pretty much. That's the extent of my engineering knowledge.
Well, give me an engineering roll then.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Mine? And difficulty?
No, I'm gonna say this would be body.
Ooh.
Difficulty. Let's go with 2.
Okay, I got a 1 in a body, so I'm down 1. What do the boons do for you again? Just reroll ones? Or...
No. There is a on page 6 or so. Yeah. Page 6 has a list of properties. You may apply one of those. One of the positive ones.
Thank you. Let's see, what are my choices?
One is succeed on a 10 or higher, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
That one's nice.
I imagine that's the main one. The others are like silenced and profit stuff, so. I need to take a look.
By the way, if the situation ever comes up, you can come up with your own properties.
Ooh.
That will be nice.
Of course, I those are subject to approval from me.
Yeah. Here we go. 10% discount in negotiation, 10 instead of a 12. It's page 6.
Mhm.
Silently and untraceable.
Okay. Silently and traceable. Yeah. Let's go with the 10.
Okay.
Okay, I am still down 1, so that is a D6 and a D8.
Mhm.
Any points? Proficiency
No points.
points? Nice.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Not
Because
bad.
I was gonna
Not
say,
bad.
there's no way I could help here.
All right. So yeah, you yank out a few cables and do some stuff. You know, bypass circuit here and there, and after a couple of minutes, the door suddenly slides open.
There we go. Just like hot wiring the tractor back at home.
Can I wedge something in the door so it doesn't close on us again?
Haneker just scratches at her mane and goes, "What's a tractor?"
You know, the tractor for harvesting.
I grew up in a megastructure. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, I'll show you a picture when we get back.
Okay.
He was just kind of sitting there, just like, tractor. He's just almost entirely engrossed by the word itself.
Yeah.
Tractor.
I would like to examine the bodies that are still intact and see if any tampering or anything at all that seems out of place. Well,
Mhm.
I'm not using that yet. No. Ah.
Haneker
I
is...
I get it.
I
Give
do
me
have
a
a TTI background.
body perceive roll, and your TTI would give you +1 on this roll. Your
Okay. Body perceive difficulty? Oh, wait, yeah?
So we should check if there were any recent changes
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
to this.
Uh,
No
See.
difficulty. I'm gonna say difficulty 2.
okay.
Just regular.
I do have focus. I could try and reroll one of those, right?
You could.
Yeah, I'll try rerolling the 4. Come on, work with me here. Thank you.
Nice.
Good reroll.
Excellent.
There's nothing unusual about these. You've seen them before. Much like the big one. These are like small utility bioprobes that are, you know, can be found pretty much anywhere in any given TTI city.
Okay.
There's no like nothing attached to them. No damage. At least no previous damage. No sign of surgical alteration or something.
If you all-
Rage, are you talking? Because you're probably still muted.
No, I was eating.
Okay.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense now to what we've been seeing.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd check.
If you all could check the room around for any devices, I would appreciate it. I'm going to continue looking at these bioprobes.
Okay.
Ow.
I will take evidence pictures.
I am good at reading people and then punching them when I don't like what I see. So.
At the room, anyways.
Oh,
I'll look. I feel bad.
Burton's
I'm-
gonna poke it with his sniper rifle a little bit, and just wonder why the hell these things exploded. There's two of them.
I'll be taking a look at the big one now. What's left of them? I doubt the previous roll counts.
No, that would be in your roll.
Alright. Then, yeah. Ooh!
Dang,
Jeez.
nice. This is but it's again, you don't find anything obvious that was done to it. You are also noticing that this is not a design you are familiar with. You're obviously no expert, but your best guess is that this is more a custom bioprobe.
Ooh.
Are those things that usually exist, or is this something that should not really be happening?
It is uncommon, but they exist. And since you rolled really well, you find a tag on it.
Oh. What information do I have to write down here?
So
I was just gonna say, it's probably like a serial number, which you can run back through a company and track back. It'll tell you who owns it, who made it, and stuff like that.
exactly.
Okay.
It's the same sort of stuff we have printed on things like dolls, equipment at our stores and things like that.
Oh, there's a skew on it.
Yeah,
Neat.
there's a skew on Bioprobes.
What is a skew?
I don't remember what it stands for. It's literally just like a product number. Like when
It tells you who made it, when they made it, where they made it, who currently owns it potentially, depending on what kind of SKU you're using.
Mhm.
And if you're using a secondary barcode for it, you can also tell where it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
You can get a lot of information off of those stupid packaging things that we get on our stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
The problem is we don't have the system built in to read any of that.
it is short for stock keeping unit. Basically, it's what the barcode reads.
But yeah, it's pretty much that. It's an identification number that if you enter it in the right system can probably tell you a lot about this bioprobe.
Okay. I will mark down the information, take a picture of that in particular, and I'll probably assist in taking pictures around the place while they're searching. The ones that popped probably aren't worth looking at.
There isn't much left of those, but anyone who wants to investigate those may do a science roll. Science check.
Oh yeah, the liquid on us.
Ew!
I do not have any science.
I
do.
it wouldn't benefit me much, but I want to do it just so I can get a hang of the way the rolling system works again. What's the difficulty?
2.
2, and it's a mind exert or perceive.
No
What?
exert. Mind. There's no exert anymore. There's mind or mind perceive. So mind.
All right, well, I
Oh,
will
yeah.
roll just to see. Just to see what Haneker determines by sniffing and at the.
I actually have science, so
Yeah, but
Nope.
I want to. I'm trying to internalize the rolling system. Okay, so I have a -1. Like I have a 1, so it'd be 2d8.
No.
No.
2d8 is when you meet the difficulty.
Oh.
You are one below that, so one of those D8s gets downgraded to a D6.
Oh, okay. So it's a D6 and a D8,
Yes.
and then I have nothing in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
So plus nothing. If any of you has a TTI background, you may add +1.
Okay. I have a rank in science, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a roll as well.
Okay.
I have 2 in mind, so here we go.
Ooh.
How do I do?
Nice.
That's actually decent. That's
Yep.
actually pretty good.
Sophie.
Okay. So
I used up my good rolls.
So Sophia is like gliding over towards one of the carcasses, and she's she's not even touching it, but hovering it like over all the goop and core that's spread everywhere. She goes, "Ugh," glides backwards and no. Ugh.
This shit's dead.
Yeah. So the most of those just see a lot of goopy, drippy, biological stuff. However, Oscar can hazard a guess about those. Again, it's mere utility bioprobes that you see floating around occasionally, and he guesses that you may remember that you got the information that the big maintenance bioprobe you found a couple of sessions earlier, because of all the chemicals they store inside, which are not dangerous by themselves, but if mixed right, they can be pretty volatile. This is kind of a similar case, and which was the reason why these things could spit rather impressive projectiles at you, and that simply damaging them enough meant you ruptured something inside, and all those chemicals mixed even more, and boom.
Boom.
Which would mean, chemically speaking, this is the now stable form of what was inside of them. Probably still gonna stain your clothes, and you should get cleaned up as soon as possible.
Speaking
Don't
of,
breathe
I'm
this.
gonna try and wipe off as much of that goop as possible.
Probably a good idea.
The whatever it was that hit you at the beginning of the combat has it's actually pretty much dried by now.
It doesn't feel like it's eating into my metal flesh.
Nope.
Okay.
That doesn't really seem to do anything. There's like a bit of a stain and like a bit, let's say, crusty,
Okay.
bit flaky, whatever it was now that it's dried, but doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Suppose I'll leave it alone then. Don't trust you.
Gross.
To remind myself, which reclamation surgeries do you guys have?
Reclaim cheetah speed.
I can walk up walls as long as they're made of metal.
I was actually kind of a side tangent, but I was actually later, this is partially to remind myself, I was later going to ask, since we're only 10 away from Landmark, if I could get cross-species reclaimed iron stomach as a yin. But we can worry about that later.
Mm-hmm.
I have iron hooves.
I forgot to pick one up.
Means that I can walk on difficult terrain, and it means basically nothing to me. Also, I could technically have broken down the door eventually. It just would have taken me a while.
What was that, Black Paw?
I forgot to pick one up.
Oh,
Why?
Razzie,
I'm a bad player.
Yeah?
That's why.
what about your character?
I mean, he probably
I forgot.
recognizes the.
Did
I forgot
you-
to pick
did-
one up.
Did you hear the question I asked at all?
I didn't hear. I apparently didn't. So no. I
What
thought.
reclamation surgeries does everybody have?
Oh, okay. Okay. I somehow heard something completely different. I have. Oh, did I not write it down on this? I have the one that could let me stick to walls. I have the anal thing.
Aw.
Sticky Pete.
Sticky Pete's.
Where's it on the old chart? Oh wait, no,
I-
it's not
I
on the
am-
old chart. It's over
I-
here.
I am currently.
Adhesive
I am
pads.
currently very much in love with our 2 reptiles. I think they're wonderful.
Yeah.
One's a bearded dragon with sticky feet, the other one's a noodle.
Mhm.
Sniper noodle.
I'm my own unipod.
Reclaimed adhesive pads, you mean? Okay.
Yeah.
The gecko Pete's.
Yes.
And because I got that, I also have walls or floors too.
Why not, right?
It works.
Exactly.
Okay.
Excuse me while I pull a Spider-Man. Scoot-loot-loot-loot up the wall.
Will. Okay, you took care of that and that and that. What else are you guys doing now?
Since no one's done it, I guess search the room around us.
Yeah, I mean, I'll help search the room as I try and paw the goop off of my armor. Well, harness, really. It's not really armor.
Yu's gonna use his
Close enough.
Yu's gonna use his drummer pole to just like half sweep the what's left of the bioprobes into a little pile. Just to
Probably
get them-
should list where they were.
Why? They're in the way.
Evidence.
Evidence.
We already tampered with them. We beat them senseless and shot at them.
Yes,
Um,
but IRPF states that we are not supposed to mess with items that are still under review until a third party can review said items. Don't touch them.
Fine, Hufflepuff.
So you poke him with a stick and then we all rant at you.
I forgot to use one of my abilities in fixing that door, but it worked out.
Okay. Everybody who is searching the room, give me a body perceive roll.
Okay.
Difficulty?
2.
Okay. Hey!
I have a 2 in body perceive, so I rolled 2d10s.
2d8.
2d8.
Oh yeah, 2d8s.
2d8.
Gotcha, man.
Plus,
I stopped listening after 2.
do you add your trait bonus? to that?
I don't think so on these kinds of checks, no.
Okay.
Trait bonus?
I don't think there's any bonuses unless the GM assigns them for this kind of role.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay, apparently Haneker is actually paying attention this time.
Oscar is too concerned with trying to make sure everyone's okay. He's mad because he missed out on the fight, but he's concerned because all my friends here may have been hurt. Are they okay? Mm.
All right. After a thorough sweep of the room, you do not find any suspicious items. Although somebody very responsible seems to have left an explosive barrel standing around here. You should really clear that away.
I wonder who that was.
Yeah, weird.
When's
However, in the about this corner here, I'm gonna ping it a few times.
Okay.
Bottom right.
You find indication that somebody had been there
Interesting.
fairly recently.
Like, pursue worthy recently, or set the ambush recently?
Set the ambush recently.
Somebody's gunning for you, mate. Watch your back.
I mean, that still was only a couple of minutes ago, but your guess is that they probably disappeared through this door, so you would have to get this door open first, and pursue is probably not going to work out.
Wait, which door?
This door.
The one on the bottom right.
Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. I was zoomed in too far and didn't see the ping.
Yeah, same here. Okay. Haneker is gonna make note of that, and she's going to, I don't know, essentially just kind of run it back in her head and say, like, kind of try and paint a mental picture of where that might lead, like maintenance tunnels, main thoroughfare, side street, that sort of thing.
This is sort of side street area.
Okay.
It's could get this. It's not like this is a regardless of what the map shows. There's please ignore that it's just a tiny room here. No, this is it's not like this is going into a specific building or anything. It's could get pretty much anywhere from there. Like
Okay.
your guess is by now whoever that was could be like just disappeared in the crowd on one of the main walkways, streets, plazas, whatever.
Haneker snorts in annoyance and says, well, whoever set this ambush could be anywhere by now. If it were me, I'd double back and head to a crowded area, disappear in the faces.
Still, it is good to know that this wasn't some mere accident.
Or we call our RPF here.
Now, the question is, was this meant for us or for someone else?
That is a good question. Are there, can Haneker kind of think back and see how many, like, security cameras and stuff we've passed by? Like, are we in an area that somebody reasonably could have kept tabs on us and our route?
And this specific area is a bit of a blank spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a whole, like I said, side passages, ways, whatever. But on your way here, yes, certainly.
I guess in that case, Haneker will shrug and said, I don't know, it could have been intended just as a escalation, just, you know, yeah, they've caused annoyances and weirdness before, now they're causing fatalities, but something tells me, or at least my gut says, that this was meant for us. Maybe we're getting close.
Again, I pose the question, should we call up IRPF?
Let's call our people first.
Yeah, let's call. Let's just send it up the
We have a
chain.
contract. Yeah, we have a contract to fulfill first.
Yeah.
We can get their input on calling IRPF,
This
and that way, if IRPF raises a stink, like, why didn't you call us? We can be like, well, because our boss told us not to, so tough.
we told our boss it's their job.
Yeah.
I'm kind of concerned though that it's we started off with, oh, it's just glitchy, go find out, to now there's murder machines.
It is not the machine that is the murderer. There is an ill will behind these. We must remember the true perpetrator is never the instrument. Any idiot can pull the trigger on a gun.
Yeah, why do you think I prefer a sword?
I don't have a trigger.
And any strong arm can swing a sword. You understand the point.
So-
It's not about the weapon. Doesn't matter how you kill somebody, it's about the intent to do so. So the question is, what do they gain from it?
Speaking of arms, Yu's extra pair that he hides under his shirt are fiddling because he's upset. He's just kind of squirming them because he can't make
That's-
himself stop.
Oddly adorable. And adorably odd.
Which also implies he takes his shirt off to fight.
Just spends his first action to rip his shirt off, just like, gah!
lifts it up.
Hulk Hogan style.
Yeah.
I'd say it has potential to stun the enemy.
I don't know, what's his body stat?
Shame for display.
Let's, Henniker just kind of shrugs and says,
It's
I don't
two.
know, this whole thing reeks of corporate espionage to me. Just, hey, let's sabotage goodwill towards TTI's bioprobe production in this block and take over with something that the public can quote-unquote trust. I don't know. Maybe I've just been watching too many spy movies.
And it could also be someone who's disgruntled from within the company's ranks. Remember, enemies can be all around. Until you know more about them, you are as in a fog.
You're not wrong.
Doesn't make me right either. Let's get out of here. We should report this in and get somewhere else. I don't want to have to smell these chemicals for any longer than I must.
Well, too bad you're working with us.
Yes, but you can take a shower. The floor cannot.
That's why we just need a couple squeegee scrubber things.
Get another bioprobe in here to clean up the other bioprobes.
Something kind of
It
grim about
suddenly
that.
turns into a pressure washer.
Honestly, it's not unlikely that that's exactly what's going to happen.
Somehow that smacks of sacrilege, but hey, you know what?
Yeah, here, come and clean up the gibs of all of your, disemboweled comrades. That's gruesome.
Okay, well, we're gonna step outside and call up the boss.
Yeah.
Hey, boss! Boss man! Boss!
Nose goes.
Alright.
Yeah, Henniker will place that call. Like,
Nose goes.
Yeah,
Hey, that's unfair. That's unfair to our noodle. They don't have a hand to put on their tip of their nose.
Yes, they do.
They do.
How do you think they hold a sniper
after
rifle?
after hanging in the what's it called? I'm missing the word. And anyway, after a while, you get your direct superior, Simon Wells, the security chief, on the toggle case.
and,
Yeah, what's wrong?
Hey, so we just got attacked by bioprobes.
Please tell me you're making a bad joke.
I am not. It's a pretty bad joke. Whoever decided to do this is a top tier asshole. But no, I'm really not kidding.
Crap. Any fatalities?
Other than the bioprobes, no.
Assuming he is on speakerphone, I'm gonna start sending the
Yeah, I'll say that I have him on speaker.
Okay.
And you'll be happy to know that I don't think there's any witnesses other than us.
Well, that's something. All right. Give me your exact position and I'm okay. The pictures. Okay, that's good. All right. Is the area reasonably secure?
I mean, we don't see any other bioprobes crawling around, but it's kind of isolated.
All the doors are still locked, I think.
Doors are locked. Okay, you locked the doors. That's good thinking. Very good.
Got us.
Actually, they kind of locked the doors on us or something.
Oh,
We are under the impression that this was an intentional act by a third party. We have yet to ascertain the exact nature of this, whether it was some other form of commanding bioprobe, a former worker, something we are not certain. But what we do know is this was an intentional act of sabotage.
all right. That is. Well, that's both bad and good. All right. You stay there. Do some more investigation stuff. What you did before. Take pictures. Take a look at the bioprobes and everything. I am sending a team over that will take care of the. Once they arrive, you come directly back here.
Can do.
I will go ahead and. There is a photo in there with a tag and an identifying number for one of the bioprobes. Could you see where it came from?
Yes, I will.
This may lead us to know better who or what was commanding these and sent them into such a frenzy. Unfortunately, I was separated from the rest of the group during the fight. The door closed in front of me and locked. I had been struggling to open it since then. So it is potentially possible that the person responsible is very familiar with the computer systems in this station.
He has a point.
Mm-hmm.
Points I don't like.
And they're not just the ones attached to my face.
Well, it's granted this is a Mars school building. It's not like it's very complicated, but it's a good point. Yeah.
We still
Yeah,
managed to get lost.
even then, it's like somebody who's smart enough to mess with the door systems remotely on some measure or another, or like from the opposite end of a room or something. That's still somebody knows enough about computers to screw with you like that is not a safe person to be around when you have haywire bioprobes. It'd literally be like if the ASR AIs went nuts. Same kind of problem.
Yeah.
He's just gonna kind of mutter to himself, I think I know the guy who dealt with who did that. Oops.
Yells at the shark from another campaign. How dare you, wire shark? How dare you?
All right. Well, the cleanup team is on the way. Like I said, as soon as they're there, you come directly back here.
Okay.
Unless specifically asked or needed for some of the more sciencey bits or medical stuff, Oscar's going to spend his time looking angry and intimidating to make sure nobody comes down these alleyways.
But there's actually not much of that you have to do, since right now this area is only accessible from one door, the one up here, which you guys managed to get open again. Yeah, it's it only takes a couple of minutes, like about 5 minutes, when a a clean up crew arrives, and this is like not like security or personnel or anything. This is more janitorial staff.
Yeah, it's maintenance.
Yep.
It's the viscera cleanup duty.
I've got the Muppet. I've got the mop. I've got the bucket. We're ready to go.
Pretty much, yeah. And after a brief introduction and everything, they get to work immediately. You notice that they're taking more pictures, of basically of the entire area, and then they indeed have a bioprobe with them, which is just a large thing that starts, basically cleaning the floor.
Glare.
Yeah, Haneker just kind of gives the maintenance bioprobe a uncertain look, but otherwise does not protest.
See, this is why we don't use those probe things. We just use the good old beast of burdens.
Oscar pats Haneker's shoulder. If it was going to attack us, at least we know we could put it down.
Yeah. I'm just having second thoughts and worrying about all the, She's saying this kind of quietly, but she just says, like, I'm just worried about all the maintenance crews and, everybody who has to work around these things. It's like any moment one of these things could go haywire and just start killing people. And not everyone is capable of putting these things down.
I think that's
Indeed.
the point of this.
One of the maintenance crew who evidently heard you, like saying, "Hey, you guys don't need to worry about it. It's ever since this started, they're having us run like behavioral checks on our probes before we take them out.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine."
And besides, this is no different than any other form of automated system within society today. All things have some form of automation, and all forms of automation may, at times, work improperly or be sabotaged. When this occurs, people may be negatively affected, but it is the job of other individuals to repair such problems and to allow the continuation of day-to-day living for the rest of us. It just so happens we happen to be one of those who are repairing the situation.
Yeah.
No one knows how to react to the sage wisdom.
Haneker kind of just does that, like the Michaela Maroney face, where she's just like, She does not look assuaged by this.
Well, it's not meant to really assuage fear so much as help promote understanding. Just because it's a problem doesn't mean we should be less afraid of it, but we should at least be reasonable about our fear.
This is an issue Haneker can't punch in the face. She does not like it.
Here I am waxing Vulcan, and we have firmly established that Haneker is most definitely a Klingon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, well now that the crew's here, we can go.
Yep.
Indeed.
I need to go take a shower. A long one.
Nah, boss first. Unless he doesn't want us tracking Muddin. or whatever this.
Mud.
Yeah.
Ooh, we also don't know how bad this stuff is. I worked a job once where if a fight started and the special brew got broken, you wanted to clean up right away.
I mean,
So far the so far the stuff that you have been hit with still hasn't done anything to your clothes or armor aside leaving a stain. So
this is only the second grossest thing I've had on my armor.
It's out of character. This is definitely a placebo, but you was gonna go. You know, I think I'm feeling itchy.
Perhaps it is the sweater.
No. No.
Don't you be making fun of my fat suit sweater. You leave me alone.
Let's get cleaned off. I'm sure there's like.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go talk to the boss man so that we can rest and get cleaned off. Haneker actually got wounded in that fight, but she's just gonna pretend that she's fine.
Did I get wounded in that fight?
I actually took 3 wounds.
Jesus.
Man, you have terrible luck.
I really do.
I got shot.
This is why I run tank characters.
If it's okay, may I do a body perceive with medicine to notice this? I do have a rank or 2 in medicine.
certainly.
My audio cut out.
Okay. What would this difficulty be?
I want to say difficulty 1.
Okay, so then I'd be rolling a 1d10, 1d8 plus 2. Yes. Plus 2.
Didn't you say you had 1 rank in medicine?
No, I have 1 rank in science. I have 2 ranks in medicine.
Oh, okay. I misheard.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So 1d10 because I'm 1 over, 1d8, and then plus 2 my rank. Ha! Alright.
Yep, there you go. You notice that some of your allies are hurt. Whoever took a wound, please sound off.
I did.
I
It hurt.
think I did. Old character.
If I did, that information got lost during the character sheet transfer. I'm sorry. I'm
don't think
gonna
you did.
assume I took 1.
No, I think you were actually fine.
Actually, no, I didn't get hit. There's not even a mark where I. No, yes, I did because I marked it on. Yeah, I took 1 wound.
Okay. So, if that's the case, Oscar will go to each of them in turn, and remind them to have a medic look at them, unless they would prefer him to do it. And he does so quietly. He doesn't try to draw any attention to it. It's more of a, hey, I noticed you're hurting a little bit there. Make sure to get that checked out.
Mhm.
And then just moves along. And then when he gets to Haneker, who's taken 3, he looks at her for a moment and then goes, you know better than this. If you're hurt, get taken care of, friend. But again, doesn't draw a whole bunch of attention to it, just moves along and reminds them, hey, you should take care of yourselves. I can't do this if you're dead. I mean, technically I could use my perk, but I'm thinking they're all grown-ups enough that they shouldn't need me to do that. And I don't want to embarrass them. They're professionals. Or at least they're supposed to be.
Haneker just gives a grumpy, I'm fine.
You think a hyena would act like a grown-up person? Ha!
Haneker
Wow.
is a questionable rookie.
Haneker's the
am
professional
checking.
rookie, wow. Rude.
Does that mean we're using XCOM rules and we should have lost like 8 party members in the last encounter?
Yeah. Except the party members were all the bioprobes.
Yeah.
That's only if you're using Commander plus level.
Yeah.
If you're playing on Veteran or Rookie, losing anybody on a few of those missions is
Also, you do realize that if you're coming with references like that, you're gonna fight a chrysalid next.
No.
Please, no chrysalids, no. Get that. Honestly, the only thing worse for me is the Faceless, and can we just not... I don't like the goopy men, okay? They're gross, they're weird, and they always screw me over on every freaking rescue mission. Fuck you, Faceless!
I remember there was a way you could sort of tell. I don't remember what it was.
We are tangenting.
I know.
Let's move along, shall we?
Yes.
Papa Oscar has gone and told you all to take care of yourselves. Now listen to Papa before he makes it an issue.
Just talk to boss so we can get a shower.
Yes.
Yes.
What does Simon want from us?
Simone!
Second.
Honestly, part of me wishes that he'd do a Simon Cowell impression.
I do not know who that is. Alright, couple of minutes later, you go immediately to the security chief's office, who is looking very busy, but as you get in, he basically, hangs up the phone or whatever. He goes, yeah, come in. Wow, you weren't kidding. You should see the medic. Yeah.
All right. Looks pointedly at Haneker.
Who looks down at herself, kind of like, and looks visibly annoyed.
Well, okay. Not gonna ask how you're doing. I can see it. Right. And anything else you found that you haven't told me yet?
Haneker kind of looks around and goes, I don't know, my head's swimming a little bit. Anybody think of anything? I took some pictures.
Already got those, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I have a hypothesis for what it's worth.
A hypotenuse?
Well, go ahead.
I think that whoever is doing this is... I think this might be some sort of act of industrial sabotage. And I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure how, but I'm pretty sure whoever is behind this was tracking us. I mean, there was active security systems that they could have monitored us through this entire time, and anybody with the know-how to do this would likely either have direct knowledge on how to manipulate security systems, or have enough knowledge, or know somebody who could in their stead. I think we're getting close, but whoever we're on the trail of is desperate to stay hidden and not afraid to sick lethal force on anyone on them.
I believe you just were at the IRPF station before this happened. Was there any evidence that somebody has been tampering with the security systems?
I mean, there was a cracking device that somebody used to break into the abandoned clinic. And
I meant the surveillance, the cameras and everything.
Didn't seem like anyone messed with it. Speaking of, we have a suspect list.
We do, actually.
And aside from that, we would need to review the footage from the outer areas leading up to that. Unfortunately, from what we could ascertain, it is a blank spot where we were attacked. This
Yeah.
lends a bit more credence to the idea that it was intentional. Only someone who specifically was looking to clear their trail would have launched such a trap in a place where they knew no one would be able to see and thus react.
Alright, fair point.
What he said.
Ambush 101. Always punch them where they ain't looking.
Okay, fair point. Alright.
I imagine the cat is circled as a
Mhm.
very big possibility.
Right, he's looking at the list and no names, I'm guessing.
No.
Nope.
Or anything else.
Um,
IRPF security agent was doing us a favor and double checking some information for us, but that's gonna take a long time.
no names yet.
Wait, didn't we get one name?
No. We're still waiting on that information.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, no, I'm
Out of-
pretty sure.
The officer did agree to help us out because she just didn't want us there again. She said she'll contact us later once she has the information.
If she has any information. But
Yeah.
yes, that is absolutely correct. To my knowledge, at least.
Alright, well, the area is probably cleaned up by now. We are reporting this to the IRPF next. They'll do their thing. He says with like kind of a sort of dismissive wave of a hand, and you guys have a talk to the scientist. Show them the pictures of the bioprobe and everything, and they can tell you more about that tag thing that you found.
Uh-huh.
And after that, get cleaned up and stitched back together, okay?
Guessing I'll see you tomorrow after that. I don't know how late in the day it is.
That is because you guys smell strange.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Well, you smell strange.
No, you.
Are we basically approaching the end of the first day?
Well, you've just been told to see the scientists. Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
What's its name? What's the Blue Jay's name?
I know I've got the wrong name in my head, so I don't know.
Dr. Carter.
Yeah, I was
And there
gonna say like Simons or something.
There was also
That's the security officer.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I can remember the doctor's name is because I kept remembering it as Dr. Carter of Mars. John Carter of Mars? Anybody? Just me? Okay.
Nope.
That was not my intention. Alright, so, you find Dr. Carter again, very engrossed in his work, and showing a mixture of surprise and annoyance that there's suddenly somebody there to talk to him.
Guess we just give him the, Sure, anyone wanna actually talk to the scrambled mess?
Sure. Hey, Dr. Carter, right?
Yes. What is it? What do you want?
So, you know how you said that most of the bioprobes were harmless?
Well, of course they are.
I have some physical evidence to the contrary, Mr. Scientist Man.
Does he finally look up at us?
The Bioprobes did that?
Yeah.
That is very strange.
Yeah, a bunch of floating, weird jellyfish, crab-looking things, and a big, like, lateral.
Looks confused from us. I assume you have some sort of pictures, something?
I present the pictures I took along with the identification tag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after I look, he like immediately identifies at least the two small kinds. And confirms your suspicions that these were utility drones that you can find all over the place. And the floating ones would definitely be capable of producing the effects that you described. And that's not normally in their behavior. They shouldn't do that.
What are we coded in?
It's basically something they can do. It's just that their programmed behavior normally doesn't allow them to do it.
What are we coded in, by the way?
Coded in?
The chemicals.
Like,
No,
what
that-
did they
that-
spatter us with? Yeah,
that-
no, that's just the cleaning chemicals, right?
That was no, Dr. Carter. Coded in? What do you mean?
Oh. We may have had to, break some of the angry bioprobes and,
This
Well, yeah,
happened before.
judging by the pictures, I can see that. Now this bigger one, I don't know. That's definitely a custom creation. Oh wait, there's a tag here. Perfect. That should make things easier.
Can we tell who it was ordered by?
Of course. Alexander. He like calls out, not even looking in the direction. He just calls out. And
while he's doing that, you's gonna lean over to Heinrich. It's like, we do custom bioprobes? Neat.
The bear you have been talking to earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Just come. Yes, doctor. Here, he basically shoves the toggle case towards him. Check this tag. And like his eyes go wide. Give me a community perceive roll, everybody.
Oh,
Oh no!
I'm good at that.
I can.
Difficulty?
2.
2.
Is
I don't think I'm
communication
that good at that.
is communication involved? Or
No,
just
just community perceive.
Bleh. Half of what I'm decent at.
Sabotage.
So I meet it. So it's just 2d8s.
If you have 2 in the stat.
Mm-hmm.
What? Why? Oh! Whoopsies.
Wow.
Please roll
No,
that
take
again.
it away.
Also, I would like to note you rolled twice the number of dice and just barely passed the check.
I rolled 2 2s. Do I get bonus gold for that? Yes.
Well then.
Is that all?
Also, I apologize for being distracted in the last couple of moments. My roommate is dealing with a spider.
Oh no.
Oh, leave the poor spider alone.
No, he was taking it outside. Don't worry.
Yay!
We're not that mean.
Okay, Sophia.
Yes. I'm sorry for cheating.
He looks shocked. And you get the distinct impression that he's trying to hide it, but he is unsettled. There's this You see his eyes flicker from the picture, then to you guys, back to the picture. And after a moment he goes, yes, of course.
Of course.
And he walks off.
Somebody follow him.
Okay.
Got sneak.
I am not a stealthy individual, so I'm
Why
gonna
do-
leave
why
that up to
stealth?
you all.
Why stealth?
I got a
Why
point
do you need
and a boon and stealth.
I'm going to ask one more time. Why?
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
You don't. As far as I'm concerned, you don't need to sneak. You're just helping someone go along to go check a thing, right? That's all you're doing. Nothing wrong with that.
Haneker is actually pretty good at being deceptive, so I could
I'm
do
just
that.
saying, we're not
Whoa.
doing anything wrong, and we don't need to be sneaky about this. All we're doing is like, we want to be able to really rapidly respond to this and have that information to the rest of the crew.
Mhm.
I
He
do
doesn't
have.
necessarily have our toggle information, so if one or two of us go with him while he goes and runs that. Because, like, Tygon, is he going out of the room and into a different area?
No, just looks like a different part of this room. This research
Okay.
lab is basically one giant room.
Okay, then we don't have to worry about it. I was thinking that he was going to a different room, and based on that interpretation, I was like, well, someone should go follow him to make sure, to watch his reactions and stuff, but if he's in the same room with us, then we can keep an eye on him from where we're at. Unless
Fair
somebody wants to follow him to his console and just be like, oh, cool, I want to watch the process because I'm curious.
I mean, that sounds like a character for Haneker, just without even if she didn't know, like, oh, this guy's acting suspicious.
I haven't even given you guys this information. You all are plotting against him. He could be innocent.
No, we're not plotting
hey,
against him.
Hey,
Don't
we are
think he'll turn
preparing
innocent.
for the hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And the worst thing is this guy is very clearly the villain and summons a Bioprobe with this.
I'm gonna go to the console with him.
I doubt that, but there you go.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna go to the console with him, since I was the one that killed it and basically took the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it, whatever. I'm just making
It's even easy to explain. You just want your toggle case back because he just took it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So yeah, I'll watch him and keep an eye as he looks up that information.
He shoots you the occasional glance, but doesn't say anything. Oh.
I'm not saying anything back.
Yeah, he goes to a console and looks something up in the database. It doesn't even take him very long, and he transfers a couple of files over to your toggle case and then wordlessly hands it back.
No sign of tampering before tossing it at me.
Give me another community perceive check.
I wish I could add sabotage and stuff to that. Okay. Community perceive. I'm not even good at this stuff. Oh, I almost cheated again.
If you're really suspecting sabotage, then you may add it. However, as a note, that means that
I'm looking for a specific thing.
You will only notice something if there's actual sabotage.
I'm gonna try without the bonus.
Okay. Ooh.
Ouch.
I have one more focus point, so that won't even do anything, will it?
Nope.
That was... No,
It is hopeless.
because that was the D6 that got the
Mhm.
one. Go figure.
I will tell you, he looks somewhat nervous. Or maybe not nervous, but definitely unsettled.
I should have went for the sabotage. Because I have a boon and 1 point in it, so... well. Okay, then... I look over the information as I walk back.
Mm-hmm.
Or float.
As you do walk back, you notice from the corner of your eye a chair suddenly turns. From the corner of your eyes, it looks like it turns kind of fuzzy, and then into something black and spindly that jumps at you.
You stop that!
Dodge save or something?
You may attempt a dodge save.
Okay.
Mimics.
That's 2d10? What is it?
2d8 plus your total mass.
Okay.
When Tygon said you see a chair, I was thinking of like Raznir's old character.
Oh.
Chair?
Yes, you see a baton being thrown at your head.
Uh-huh.
What does it mean if it meets?
It's a crit fail.
I think meets is okay. Let me check. Equal or under your current evade score.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it's you notice that from the corner of your eyes, and you instinctively like dodge to the side, and well, you've seen this before. This shape-shifting bioprobe that impersonated a coffee cup on your first visit to this place. It like jumps past you, lands on top of a table where it like scrabbles for purchase for a moment, scattering all sorts of stuff that's laying around there, like papers and everything.
You wiggly little bastard!
And then it jumps again.
Back here!
I didn't realize those got bigger.
No, you come back here, you wiggler!
It does. It doesn't actually look bigger than before.
Henniker
Really?
is going to kind of jovially chase after it. Kind of playfully, I guess.
Barney's just gonna turn to like the nearest.
Is it
scientist
jumping
in there.
away at this point, or is it jumping at me again?
No, it's jumping at you again.
I hate you! Ha ha!
I want to try to
You in
catch it.
particular!
Bernie's just
Okay.
gonna turn to the nearest scientist and just say, "You want me to shoot it?" Let's like.
No!
have the sniper rifle."
Bernice! No, Bernice, bad!
Bernie, Dr. Carter looks shocked. But are you crazy? Do you know how expensive those are?
Not really.
Can Henniker roll to try and catch it?
Yes.
Oh,
What would that be,
okay. I don't
CQC?
get to do that.
No, you both can try to catch it. It's that would probably be athletics.
Okay.
Okay.
Body athletics. I'm gonna say difficulty 1 for Sophia. For
Okay.
Henniker, it's a bit more difficult. I'm gonna say difficulty 3 because you have to. You need to actually get there.
Holy crap.
Dang.
Why are my rolls so stupid? They're one or the other.
So I get a D6 and a D8 because I have a 2 in body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Christ. Never mind.
All right. Everybody else, you see Helika going kind of wee. It looks like she's plaything, and she's stumbling over another chair, which apparently really is just a chair, and lands flat on her nose.
Oscar is going to stroke his forehead as if he's nursing a massive headache and just mumble under his breath, "No matter where I find them, children everywhere."
Fergus just
And
laughing
Curse just lying
hysterically.
at the ground like, oh, my chest. Oh, I'm still bleeding. Ow. Ow.
I think I broke a rib.
Never mind.
Sophia, you mentioned to catch the thing as it jumps towards you,
Uh-huh.
and like grab it like right before you in your hands, and it's about, I don't know. I mean, you see it on the camera about its central body, and then there's these 4 long, sort of tentacly-looking legs.
Is it looking unnaturally aggressive?
Not really aggressive. Like it's wiggling around and everything as you hold it, but it's not like attacking your arms or hands or anything. But it's definitely trying to get out of your grip and like it seems to be still straining to get closer to you.
Does it want the toggle?
No, doesn't look like it. It's trying to get towards you.
Does it want to hug your face?
It wants me.
What are the rest of you doing?
Holding my ribs and moaning.
I am trying to make sure the scientists don't get themselves hurt because of my friends, and also a stupid bioprobe running around turning into chairs and things and throwing themselves at people. You stupid little black wiggly nonsensical... I swear, when I find a box, I'm putting you in that box, and you're gonna become that box, and you're gonna stay in that box for as long as I can keep you staying as that box. Punk.
Haneker will eventually try and get up and help. Like, actually help.
I want to see the bear's reaction to this. I imagine Carter's like, "Don't shoot company property."
Pretty much, yeah. He's trying to the other scientists and researchers and stuff around you seem to be more, surprised, and they're like watching, some just in surprise, other, some are showing, kind of interest, ooh, what's it doing now? And Carter is at least after a couple of moments, he's trying to, organize to get this thing back into containment somehow. The bear is just staring.
Burr, how you doing over there? You okay, bud?
That was his chair, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
Okay.
working. Yeah, that was.
That would have been hilarious. He's been sitting on a typhon the whole time, just and then it's like, freedom! Ha-ha! And attacks the nearest
find-
person.
I finally got out from underneath his butt.
I don't know. It could have liked it. We don't know.
Okay, I won't. I'll
Uh,
simply hold it.
Okay.
I am gonna bring it a little bit closer to me just to see where it wants to go. But I'm just gonna
It's-
hold it still.
Its legs are trying to reach for your chest. As a Haneker moves in closer,
Mm-hmm.
the bioprobe freezes for a moment, and then it starts reaching for her.
What has gotten into this thing? I mean, don't get me wrong, she reaches out and, like, pokes the middle of its body. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty cute, but, like... What's it want?
Two of its legs kind of... It's not really grabbing, but you know, kind of wrap around your wrist, and it's trying to pull itself towards you.
Octopus tentacles.
Kanneker giggles.
I'm half tempted to let it go.
Here, catch Yeen!
Oscar is very likely to walk over and punch it if you two don't get that thing in a box or something.
We're waiting for the team to come pick it up.
Find a crate, anything to shove it inside of and hold it in. Do not handle it yourself. Who knows what it could do to you?
Well, why don't one of you with free hands go do it?
Oh, please! How many more times do I have to tell you? They're harmless. It's Dr. Carter.
Bernie
Dr.
is
Carter.
going
Dr.
to
Carter.
go over and poke it.
With all due respect, no thing is harmless. Anything and everything in the wrong context is dangerous. And as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather not have people, no offense to my compatriots, who are not qualified to be handling a bioprobe of its expense in such a manner. We should be putting it somewhere where it can be properly contained so that professionals may retain control of it. As you said yourself, it is an experimental one, is it not?
Very much so. Where's that containment thing? From a corner in the room. Sorry, Doctor, we're getting it ready.
You is thoroughly amused by containment thing.
Can
Bernie, I didn't catch what you were doing. What? Just something about poking?
Yeah, someone to go poke it.
It's trying. It's again freezes for a second and then try to reach for you.
Oh no! Why is it coming for you?
I'm just
Shut
gonna
up!
Smile at it and kind of giggle. It's like a pet I used to have. But you know, less this.
Hanneker will attempt to help restrain it.
Oh, good. Can I let it go? Okay. I honestly am curious why it is reaching for chest leveled.
Are you letting it go, Sophia?
I
mean, as Hanneker is trying to grab it.
I'm not. It wouldn't make sense for her to do that.
Okay.
Like, I am really immensely curious why it is going for the chest, but I don't know.
All right. Well, there's a minute. After a minute or so, one of the other researchers comes with the like sort of high tech box thing that you have seen them use before. Something like, sorry, someone forgot to recharge it. And with a bit of with a lot of struggling and wriggling, they managed to eventually to get it inside there.
Is it
Yes?
still trying to reach towards people while it's within the box?
For a couple of moments, but it pretty quickly calms down.
I would like to ask the specifications of the box, like what is... Like, is there anything special about it? I'm going to ask one of the scientists, like...
It's a fancy box.
Yeah, they're a completely sealed environment. It's maybe a bit overkill, but these things are really good at escaping whatever we're putting them into, and so far this is the only thing that has been proven to hold them at least somewhat reliably.
So how did this one get out?
We are going to look into that.
And do you have any idea why it wanted to, grab us?
No idea. It's just...
Haneker has that kind of
Is-
look on her face as she kind of scrutinizes him. Does it look like he's lying or obfuscating when he says that?
Give me a community perceive roll. In the meantime, Sophia, if you like, you may make a logic roll.
I want...
Mind logic.
Okay. I wanted to ask if the box prevents electronic signals from getting through.
Yes, it does.
Interesting. Alright, I'll go ahead and make that logic check. I have a boon in it, so I would like to make it a 10. What is the difficulty?
I'm going to say difficulty 1.
Awesome. Don't cheat this time.
That is good advice, yes.
I'm going to reroll that one and spend my last focus point.
Yeah, I'm afraid you would need to use 2 focus points.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Unless you have a boon in it,
yes.
yeah.
No, but that's only in combat.
Oh, yeah.
Focus about your character. Add +1 to a reroll dice. I did not see anything about not being able to reroll ones in this case.
Hmm?
Focus embodies your character's ability to put their mind and body to the task at hand. Focus is a points pool that you can spend the focus points in the pool to add a +1 to dice checks or reroll dice. Focus points only apply to checks made outside of combat. Focus pool refreshes daily, usually once your character sleeps. You can earn more focus by buying +1 focus on the character progression chart. That should be +2.
Very first bold printed line under rerolls. An original die roll of 1 cannot be rerolled, although it can be incremented by +1 and then rerolls. Rerolled from its new value of 2.
It was so inconvenient. Why did the
Well-
1 have to be the D8?
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
wait.
that's the penalty for rolling ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and reroll the 5!
Okay.
Screw it! I got nothing better to do. Okay. Yeah, nothing. I'm out of focus too now.
Okay. You know what? Bernie and Haneker, since you heard Sophia muttering to herself about the topic, you may do a logic roll as well.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
1.
Okay. So 1d8, 1d6.
Not a 1?
I have no ranks in logic.
But your mind stat?
Oh, yeah, it is 1, yes. So it'd be 2d8. +0. Hey!
Bernie?
Sorry. Oh, I was handling some things. What's going on? My apologies.
Logic roll.
Logic roll difficulty, sorry?
1.
1. Mine?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I got a +1. That's D8, D10, +1 logic.
No, it's a community logic. You're figuring out what's in style. Critiquing people's
Fail.
shorts.
Crit failed across the board.
I'm not seeing a roll. Oh, there it is.
Interesting.
Okay.
I,
So yeah,
I
you
got focus points to spare. I'm gonna re-roll that 1 by spinning the 2.
it's
No?
it's okay. Haneka passed them.
Okay, never mind. Ignore me.
You still can if you want to, but I'm just giving you this that it's enough that one of you passed it. Gesundheit.
Thank you. Excuse me.
And I just saw it. I didn't. You were muted.
Yeah, intentionally. I didn't want to blow everyone's eardrums out.
That's my
Okay.
job.
So you two here, Sophia, like muttering about. I wonder why you did that. Trying to reach for the chest. And then Bernie goes, I don't know. But Haneka, you're thinking for a moment. And like, you're picturing in your mind like what you saw when you approached her, and then when it tried to go for you and when it go for Bernie. And yes, would you like to say something?
Can I posit what the revelation might be, just to see if I guessed correctly?
You may pause it, yes.
Does it have to do anything with all the gunk all over us?
Well, the gunk is not actually all over you,
Yeah, but
but yes, you're certain it was trying to reach for those spots where you were hit earlier.
Hanneker is gonna voice that aloud. She scratches her head and said, "Why would it be interested in this stuff?" It was reaching for the stains.
Sophia?
Excuse me?
Yeah, as you hear that, yeah, don't you? Yes, of course. It was as it like, you know, reaches legs towards you, was definitely trying to reach for that stain on your armor where you got first hit by that fluid goop, whatever, at the beginning of the combat.
Hanneker is gonna
Was it
posit that information.
hungry? Was it targeting? I'm gonna report the findings to Carter, and
Is
Yeah.
the little bioprobe still nearby?
it's
They
in the
up- they-
box now.
They're taking it away.
And it didn't seem interested once it was in the box, so
Yeah. Brennan's gonna pick some of the dried gunk off and take a close look at it.
Just
Be stupid. Look at.
it's just flaky dried stuff. Tastes kind of bitter.
Hanneker is gonna go over to the doctors who are carting the bioprobe away and say, "Hang on a second. This thing was really interested in like the stains that are, well, this stuff."
They're like, what stuff? What do you mean?
The stuff on our armor. We're dealing with some of the renegade bioprobes that attacked us, and this got, well, everywhere. For some reason, it was really interested in it. I have no idea what that might mean, but it might be relevant.
That's very interesting. It's like if I may, like scrapes some of that of your armor into a little vial. Huh. Okay. Let's try something. And I'm going to basically a huge glass cage.
Mm-hmm.
And and they're attaching the box with the mimic. And they're like opening one side of the cage and like putting the little flakes they collected inside, and then sealing it up again. Then okay, let it in. They're opening the connection between the transport box and the cage, and the little bioprobe kind of like crawls into the cage. It kind of slink, more like slinking. You know, it's not like moving fast or whatever. It's just basically just walking.
Mm-hmm.
Till a couple of moments, and then it very very quickly crawls over to the corner where they put the flakes, and then it just sits there.
It's like attracted to it somehow.
Oscar's gonna look at you guys, and then kind of make a thumbing motion over his shoulder. What if someone was to find a way to make that sort of attraction fiddle with the other bioprobes?
Like some sort of pheromone or something?
Exactly. What if part of the reason why all these utility bioprobes, because that's what's been attacking people so far, has been those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if it's because of some of these?
Out of character, how common are different types of bioprobes? Like, I'm assuming the maintenance ones would just be like excessively common.
In TTI cities, yes.
Yeah. So it might just be a case, back in character, that these are it might just be you could be onto something, but it seems like this is just what's around mostly. Like it seems like these are just more likely to have something go wrong just because of how many there are.
Well, it seems particularly odd that the only thing that this certain bioprobe has showed any outside interest in is a chemical commonly held in utility bioprobes, and it's been the utility bioprobes that have been having the largest issues as of late.
And this chemical specifically from the utility bioprobes that we were attacked by. So maybe we've been coming at this the wrong direction. Maybe these things aren't being altered by, injection or anything. Maybe they're being altered by pheromones?
Or something draining chemicals and potentially something else. Okay, sorry.
Just as a notice, as you're discussing this, there are several other of the researchers. They say walk up to all of you, and except Oscar, as it becomes clear that he wasn't hit by this stuff. But they're taking probes, and then they're actually cleaning it off.
Well, that's handy.
They're going to be doing a bunch of testing. If anything, my inner scientist would have been going, we haven't seen this reaction out of this thing before. We need to know more.
That's sort of why I wanted to let it go.
Well, that's just it, I feel like Oscar would have been very much, no. if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this the right way the first time and do it in a controlled environment. If we can't do it that way, then we won't do it at all. Because honestly, I don't want any of y'all dying. Damn it.
I was the one holding it, I had to say.
But then I made it the scientist's problem. Okay, you buttheads, this is your thing. You should probably contain that, shouldn't you? But without actually calling them out on it. Because Oscar's polite. Or at least he tries to be. It doesn't always work out.
Panicker made it the scientist's problem.
Technically, yeah.
She figured it out. I was just thinking electronic signals and crap like that out of character too. But
I
it was
meant the
making
putting it in the
them
box.
aggressive because they seem content next to the staff.
Or at least drawn to it somehow.
Yeah, it's they are definitely attracted to it, but once they reach it, they're actually doing anything.
Might be some kind of calming agent.
I'm assuming they're analyzing it and seeing what it's made up of and all that crap, so we'll probably have more information tomorrow.
The scientists are indeed doing it.
Yeah. I think we should get cleaned off.
Yeah, much as this doesn't bother me too much, I need to get stitched up and need to take a shower.
Yeah, so basically, Dr. Carter, who is also like, you know, in the middle of the of this new research investigation, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
He says, "Yeah, you go. We'll let you know once we find something."
Sounds good to me. I personally look forward to sleeping for a day.
Oh,
And it is about that time for you. So yeah, once you've are all like cleaned up and stitched up and put back together in whatever way is necessary. You get to enjoy, or well, I don't know if you actually enjoy it, but you get to do some sleeping.
Yay!
I would like to do some shopping before work.
That can be done, yes.
I would like to buy 3 modifications for the bow, and I will apply 2.
Mm-hmm.
As discussed earlier, I want to grab the, God, let me find them again. I believe the bayonet
Mm-hmm.
on a bow. Sorry. Trying to look up the information. The
It's
names of them. Bayonet, the pre-charger coil, and the secondary propellant. And I'm
Mhm.
only going to apply the secondary propellant and the bayonet.
Okay.
And the price says 50 to 150 depending on what I can negotiate, how difficult would it be to find it, and
I am gonna say, since you are like officially hired security personnel now,
Mhm.
Wouldn't be too hard to find. I'm gonna say 250 for all of it.
I'll take it. Oh boy.
Since it's still somewhat unusual, you're not getting these for your regular rifle.
Yeah, it's for a bow.
Yeah.
Alright, I will put that down in the notes and I'll fix up the character sheet later.
That's fine.
I'll let other people do some shopping if they want. I'm gonna look through the items.
I am actually going to get the FDT bow, if possible.
Yep, can be done.
Cool. That means I have 50 credits left over.
Anybody else who wants to buy stuff?
I need to look up how much a stabber is.
A what?
Stabber knife.
Oh, you can get the bayonet attached to the sniper if you want. It'll count as a knife.
He wants a kniff.
I'll have to look up into this.
Knife is only like 50 credits or something.
All I
Yeah.
can say is if he gets the bayonet attachment for the sniper rifle, what he actually has is not a sniper rifle. It is now a spear. Other spears.
Knife is
Double
50,
spear.
50 credits, yes.
The spear slinging. The spear of spear slinging. The
Yes.
javelin of javelins.
Oh,
If you do that, you have to nickname it Javelin. You have to.
A certain
I remember something throwing javelins from another game. It hurt.
Yes. Yes, it did.
I'm not gonna throw him a sniper rifle.
Okay. Yeah, well, a knife or bayonet, whichever you want, can be done.
Pretty much same thing. Oh, would the bayonet have any different effect because it's at the end
Yeah.
of a long rifle, or I don't know, how'd that play out?
It basically just gives you a melee weapon in combat without switching weapons.
Yeah.
The only
Um,
problem is that it occupies the same size as whatever weapon it's attached to. So there's no like, oh, I need to, I'm in this really confined space and I need to cut like a rope or something. I'm sorry, you can't pull out your sniper rifle to,
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you were to use like the bayonet, which I'm gonna say it's probably not gonna be, you can detach it, but it's not really meant to be handled as a knife separately. So it's you could still use it for like cutting things. No? But if you want to do something intricate with it, that check would be complicated because there's a huge sniper rifle attached to the blade,
It's called lever.
right.
and
What's the information on the bayonet? Or is that just knife?
well, the stats would be just knife, except the size and everything. Otherwise, it's in the weapons chapter under upgrades.
And we got a quick link page for that?
The weapons chapter?
Found
I
the
think it's
weapons.
420.
No.
Don't listen to him.
More pages.
There,
This
upgrades.
is an opportunity to be unhelpful.
Starts at the bottom of page 179.
Thank you.
Is spam in a can a one-time use?
yes.
Yeah, I
Damn,
think so.
That is an
I think
expensive one-time use. It's 400.
What page is it again?
238.
there.
What would that do to a cog?
Probably nothing.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, it might make you like feel really dizzy and weird.
I'm blind. Tightrope.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
that bayonet. After the bouncing ball slapped me in the face twice. I need something to stab it with.
Okay.
And same thing, negotiations. Or 50 to 150.
Bayonet is simple. I'm gonna say that's just.
You cut out.
50.
Okay.
So, I just
Bayonet is a simple thing. Sorry, yes, Rach?
it's a stupid pun. A diplomat names their truck negotiations and causes everyone to panic when they say that negotiations broke down.
Damn it.
Diplomacy! Which is a great name for a battle axe, by the way.
Regarding the spam in a can, somebody please put that on the feedback document.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it honestly reads like not a one-use item, even though it
Yeah, it's I
feels
can see it being a one-use item for
Okay.
game balancing and also for background. Just saying that this thing just burns itself out during use.
Page 238. Okay.
Yeah. But it does not specifically say that it's one use.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna get some rope.
Okay.
Actually, is there a reason to get rope over tightrope?
if I remember right, tightrope is like kind of cabling and probably wouldn't be very good for tying people up. Or you know.
Well, I meant for my purposes, which would be attaching it to the arrow. Tightrope, certainly that. Twist on the crescent grappling hook. Oh, it fires a taut straw. Okay, so it already does that. So the tightrope. Oh, this is without making a balance check. Rope stays until it's dismantled.
So it's like fancy rope. So using like a tightrope to tie somebody up
It's
would be
80
ludicrous
credits versus 50. It is like nothing more.
Huh.
What page is tightrope on?
239, the spyglass section. Honestly, that sounds like literally anyone could take the tightrope.
All I know is that Haneker needs to style at home. Crap.
The last bit of its description is great.
Oh.
Allowing you to walk across this with no more concern than making sure that you actually place both feet on the rope as you move. Or 4 feet. As many feet as you possess, really.
Yep.
I'm just picturing a lateral riding across just on their forepaws, just to show off.
Mm-hmm. was a rideable creature in Ark Aberration that could do that.
I haven't played that one.
Neat.
This is one thing that I did put down on the feedback list. No room for weapons or armor in the new character sheet.
We are
That's
probably
because of the cards.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just have them. I just use the Windows snip tool to have them separately as like separate images.
We are probably getting a second page for equipment. But yeah, with for weapon and armor specifically, Seth seems pretty set on those cards, and I approve that. I like that.
Oh yeah, they're really nice. I like them. This is in an online setting like this, it's a little bit harder.
Well, yeah, but he has to he's designing with offline play in mind, which does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When also something we could do, like for next session, is we can submit our the weapons that we have to Tygon, like crop pictures of the weapon cards, and then upload them to Roll20 so that we have references to the weapon cards in Roll20.
Ooh, yeah.
That's true. That's something you can do. They have the card deck things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just thought of that now, but you know.
Tygon.
Yes.
I am also going to grab a small shield and 100 more credits worth of ammo for the bow.
Okay.
And tight ropes.
Okay.
So, minus 80, minus 150, minus. Okay.
Anybody else wants to buy something?
And with my current funds, it would be a less case of buying things as stealing things. So no.
Fair.
Haneker is just going to retreat to whatever hovel she lives in, because I have the negative impoverished background, which means I don't have to pay for any living expenses. However, I live in squalor.
Oh.
I go find an alleyway that I can, like, put a sleeping bag in or something.
Too busy spending your money on that FTD stuff.
And she's
I'd
got-
rather be spending on an FTL.
I mean, like,
Get
you
me
know, with
out of this
Haneker...
freaking solar system.
with Haneker, it's like she's, you know, she's gonna be famous someday, so, you know, she has to prepare for her future. So she's gonna live in she's gonna live in a hole in the ground and watch like live streams of actual pulse stars.
Yeah,
I feel so sorry for her now.
besides, everybody loves the coming up story.
Exactly. That's the Haneker views herself as like an up and comer who has yet to have their story told. You know.
Okay.
Like the pulse promise is for everybody. You know, it's she's gonna be a self-made yin one day.
Cinderella.
Just you see, she'll be famous all over the arena circuit.
Okay.
But can she go the distance?
I mean, she does have reclaimed cheetah speed, so.
Oh.
Oh, and the ability to make, if I want to spend my bonus action on movement, I don't have to roll for it. I just do it.
Neat.
Yeah.
Alright. So, the next morning, you all arrive early and bright and awake and healed up and clean and everything at the lab, at your place of work.
Mm.
And as you enter and about to like I don't know, go to a debriefing or something with the security chief, you hear an announcement via the PA system. And it is there's something unusual because, admittedly, you haven't been here that long, but still, you never heard this voice. It's Dr. Carter.
Oh dear.
And saying, just a second. And saying, don't bother going to Wells. Come to the lab directly.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, all right then.
I didn't break anything, I swear. 'Cause I don't think I did. Did I break anything?
Not that I know of.
As you arrive there, you see Wells actually is there too. Not looking overly happy.
Hey, boss.
Oh no, maybe I did break something.
What's up?
The dear doctor needs to talk to you, doctor. Oh, there they are! Finally. Come here. This is fascinating. So this compound you found, this stuff that was on your clothing.
Yeah.
It's well, like I said, it's quite fascinating, and he demonstrates it. It's like a little spray bottle, and he goes to one of the large cases that houses the mimic creature bioprobes things, and just opens a little hatch, just sprays it on the inside, just on one of the walls, and immediately inside. Well, inside there actually isn't a mimic, but there is like one of the data pads lying around, which immediately turns into it was a mimic, but it immediately turns into its basic shape. It just jumps onto the wall and sits over the spot where he had sprayed the stuff. This is. I wish we had thought of this. It would have made things so much easier. Doctor, please get to the point. Yes. Of course. This compound. It's basically concentrated pheromones, and it. Well, when it comes down to it, it attracts bioprobes.
Really?
Yes, it is. We found it's related to the signals bonework buildings send out when they are damaged. To
Interesting.
to attract the maintenance bioprobes. The thing is, this is what makes it so fascinating. Our little shapeshifters here, they don't really have any programmed behavior, just some basic things that are put into every bioprobe. So they're still attracted by it, but once they're there, there's nothing that tells them what to do. So they're just sitting there, not doing anything.
So what you're telling me is it's a really good way to control these little buggers.
it is a really good way to make them go somewhere. Now, when did you get the stuff on you?
The place where we were attacked, when these creatures exploded, they had it in their system.
Before
character,
that,
I must correct you. That did not come out of these creatures.
Really?
No,
You all basically at the very start of the combat. Technically before the combat, just before the combat began, you got hit by that.
Oh shoot, that's right. We basically got triggered by the trap. I completely forgot about that.
it was a trap. You were attacked because the bioprobes were trying to literally repair you. They were being told by their pheromones, by these chemicals, that you were broken bioprobes. And what does a probe do? Fix other bioprobes, clean up messes. They were doing what they're programmed to do. They were just doing it at the wrong thing because they didn't know any better. They're following the program as best as they're capable. And we understand this because I'm just gonna call them Typhons. The mimics, the Typhons, they don't have any programming to do anything, so they're reacting the same way, but because they don't have nothing left beyond that, it was a safe environment for that to show up. Whoever was using that isn't manipulating them through mechanical means, but through a chemical one. They know bioprobes. They might not necessarily know security systems left and right, but at the very least, they understand how bioprobes function on a molecular and chemical level in and out. Because this is something that somebody else they just said they didn't know about this. Somebody has to have been an expert or was snubbed by these experts. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Well,
Oscar's not actually saying that. It's just me spewing that as, like, oh, hey, I'm sure everyone else has come to the conclusions, but hey, let me spell them out for everybody to hear over the internet. You're welcome, internet people.
Haneker is going to make the presumption that these things clearly were being commanded by the pheromones. And will posit, have these been altered in any way?
Well, that is the thing. This would certainly attract bioprobes to you. Now, probably not very far. These pheromones don't last very long. Mm-hmm. Which is probably why you haven't been swamped by bioprobes on your way here. And also, it's this would certainly attract bioprobes to you, but over the years we have gotten very good at programming their behavior. And a maintenance bioprobe wouldn't try to repair a vector or a cog. I'm sorry. They would recognize that. Might still try to bump into you, but they would still realize that it's not what they're supposed to be doing. So these bioprobes had been tampered with before.
So what you're telling me is the behavior that these mimic shapeshifter things are having is normal bioprobe behavior, but the behavior of the maintenance drones, they were altered.
Yes. And then Simon speaks up. By the looks of it, they have been their behavior had been altered to attack, and then these pheromones are used to direct them to their target. Which brings me to something which I believe kinda got lost in the hubbub here yesterday. The larger bioprobe you encountered is, and he like gets out his dog case to look up something. That is a custom bioprobe. That was created as a bodyguard to a let's say a wealthy customer who under the terms of their contract remains anonymous, and had actually reported their bioprobe missing as of 2 days ago.
It had been stolen? Who steals a bioprobe?
Well, we can let them know that we found it.
Haneker kind of gets a guilty look on her face. I kind of feel bad now.
Don't. This this clearly has that bioprobe clearly had been tampered with as well, because they should not, by default, they should not be attracted to these pheromones. Correct, Doctor? Yes, of course not. We can't have custom bioprobe that people buy suddenly scamper off because somewhere nearby a bonework building had been damaged. This was definitely not your fault.
Well, that's small comfort, but comfort nonetheless.
On a related note, when the IRPF did their thing, they found some sort of electronic device attached to the circuitry in the area where you were attached, which was I admit I do not quite understand all the details, but it's apparently what caused the doors to lock up on all of you.
It was a trap, just like we thought. I mean, obviously, got sprayed with the attracting chemical that drove these things nuts, and part of me is wondering if this is some sort of perverse test.
You mean more on-the-job training?
Well, it's not us if that's what you're thinking. We already tested you.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't mean like some testing us. I mean testing these probes. I mean, it's a live combat exercise in a controlled environment.
Oscar's going to hold up a hand. It's perfect. An isolated area. No one comes in and out of the building without confirmation from the company. All you'd have to do is make sure no one found out it was you.
Exactly. This smacks of somebody trying to... I'm starting to think this isn't like corporate espionage. I think this is somebody else.
Private testing.
Possible. I mean, Pulse does a lot of, spontaneous sporting events, and using the same kind of methodology. Take somebody in an isolated area and put them in an extraordinary situation, have them overcome those odds. It's only in this case, it's more focused on the test subjects, which are the machines, not the people. Here I was thinking that they were trying to eliminate witnesses. Maybe they weren't trying. Maybe they didn't even care about us. Maybe they were just trying to find somebody to, test this on.
Dr. Carter looks a little almost offended. Said, "I can assure you we may. occasionally let the public figure out the uses for a bioprobe on their own, but not with combat units.
No. Like, Doctor, we're not talking about you guys. I'm talking about somebody else who flat out doesn't care about your reputation, for one, or health and safety of anybody involved. This is a third party.
The question becomes, who or what is is behind it? Why are they doing it? Is it just simply test? Is it a combination of espionage, sabotage, testing, and all of the above? Is it an attempt to undermine the use of bioprobes within the station? There are so many variables and conclusions we might come to, but not enough information for us to go on from here. This isn't to accuse the staff.
Actually, hey, here's a question. Have there been any researchers that have been taken leave or been
AWOL?
disciplined, gone AWOL, been fired?
Sometime of
Doctor got things from not that I can remember.
Anybody have a project shot down or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, it happens all the time. It's perfectly normal. It's part of the job.
Maybe not to this person.
Happened to. Oh, it happened to pretty much everybody here at one point or another. Not me, of course, but
Has it happened maybe recently, or maybe a big contract?
you would have to look to the files. I cannot remember all that. We are doing a lot of work here.
The Henniker will scratch her head and look to the security officer, Simon, and say, well, is there any way we can look at files like that? Like, I'm just thinking somebody might be taking the research here and applying it in an unorthodox method.
That is not easily done, I'm afraid. A lot of that stuff is highly classified.
Yeah, highly classified and also kind of important.
I'll try to get you permission, but I'm just saying, don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a fly.
I know. I just felt like reacting since I haven't had anything to say.
Tell you what, I know it's a bad thing in all the horror movies to always split up, but how about we take this from a different tack?
Okay,
A couple
Freddy.
of us could investigate the angle of the jilted research or whatever, and maybe another group takes on the angle of a third party who's trying to subvert the research here, use it to their own ends.
In the meantime, before it is forgotten, Melissa,
Yes.
were you still planning to make use of your new quirk?
That would be a good idea. Just to see if we've missed anything.
Out of place.
I must have misunderstood. I thought that was just something that goes off.
Nope.
Okay,
If I
one
remember
moment.
right, you actually do have to trigger it.
Let me read through. received check during this episode that failed to reveal. Yeah, we're in the lab. And we are being told to think about it. I'll go ahead and use that a place.
In that case, you may go back to the place where you investigated the first bioprobe and look around again.
Yeah, because now we have some information to go off of this control pheromone.
Yeah, and they also mentioned that. No, never mind. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Doctor. Do you have any devices that like detect the pheromone stuff?
We could whip something up for that, yeah.
That would be amazing, actually. We're gonna go back to the first crime scene and take a look around, see if we've forgotten anything. We have a lot of new information now.
Alright. That gonna take a bit, but they can supply you with a little a little like detector thing.
Alright. Well, we're off to see the wizard.
And I must say, I am afraid I do not have that map anymore.
Oh no!
That's fine.
I used it for something. Sorry.
I remember it for the most part.
Yeah.
There was the office and the whole.
Genau, yeah, exactly.
The whole wall, the holding area off to the side, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you make your way there. Welcome back. And you get in there. It has the place has been cleaned up in the meantime, and with cleaned up, that mainly means that the bioprobe has been removed.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, the place is more or less untouched. So you do look around and can basically confirm that, well, really doesn't look like anything was stolen. When you use the detector, you are able to find very faint trace amounts of these pheromones. It's like the doctor says, they don't actually last very long. So, but the thing you've gotten is actually very good, so it can still detect them.
Okay.
And Sophia? As you're standing before that hole that had been melted in the wall, and look at it, look like, and yeah, I mean that's where you're detecting the pheromones, and you kind of look at the hole, look how it's like melted, how the metal is all looks all foamy and actually is still slightly soft to the touch.
Yeah.
You something comes to your mind. Something you remember Dr. Carter saying. Why bother if a DRAS enzyme can do the same? Much easier.
Out of character detectability.
I mean, possibly.
It's
Um,
DRAS enzyme is a small bottle. The thing they used was a bioprobe that's bigger than you.
Well, yeah, but hiding in plain sight, you would expect a cleaning bioprobe to be there, and
That
having...
wasn't a cleaning bioprobe, though.
I'm trying to contribute, okay?
It was been a while since then. At least I don't think it was a cleaning bioprobe. That thing was huge.
It was maintenance.
Fine, it's still something you would
Um,
expect to be there.
yeah. Question. Can Haneker make a logic check to kind of suss out, like, if she was going to break into a place, what are the reasons you wouldn't use a DRes enzyme? Like, maybe the wall there isn't the 3D printed material and you need to bore through something, that isn't the usual stuff.
But you don't have to roll for that. That would exactly be the reason why you wouldn't use DRS enzyme.
I feel smart.
I'm not smart. I'm sorry.
Well, sweet then. Haneker's gonna bring that up. Like, if I was gonna break into a place, the only reason I wouldn't use DRes enzyme is if it wasn't just a printed wall.
So this area was the test run?
Maybe. It's possible. Would DRes enzyme work on, like, bonework?
No, I don't think so.
That might be a possibility. I mean, I'm not sure, but it might be that they were maybe they're trying to break into or plan on breaking into a place made of bonework. I don't know.
I'm sorry, the player is clueless right now. I can't help.
It's when the character knows more than the player does.
Well, for one, there aren't really any bonework constructions around here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good to know. Would Haneker know of any, or anyone for that matter, would be able to logic check and figure out, like, okay, where is a place that you wouldn't be able to use?
Okay, everybody, give me a mind logic check.
Adding anything to it, like subterfuge or...
Actually,
Oh,
sabotage.
logic, sorry. Sort of
Can an argument be made for engineering?
I would also accept engineering, or yes, actually sabotage.
What's the difficulty?
And mind perceive?
I'm gonna say difficulty 3.
So
But thermodynamics
It's
help
mind.
at all.
I need to look that up. I think that changed.
Okay, it's in mind perceive, right? Maybe?
No, I said mind.
Mind logic. Or there was some other stuff I think that was mentioned.
Logic, engineering, or sabotage.
Because
Alright.
I got an ability, I've heard of this. +2 mind perceive for engineering.
And you said logic or engineering? Or sabotage?
Yes.
Cool, none of those things help me. None of those things helped me.
What was the difficulty again?
3.
3.
Okay.
No, I don't think thermodynamics would help you. That's like demolitions.
Yeah, I just figured breaking through the wall. It does take chemical and explosives, so I wasn't sure.
If you saw the wall, then you could tell how much explosives you would need to break it, but doesn't really help you find it.
Yeah. Alright, so logic. Brain, do work. It is new day. I'm going to reroll that 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's the D10? Tell. It's not showing me. Oh, that's a D8, sorry.
Yeah. 8.
Please work with me here. There we go.
Alright, that's an 11. Anybody else rolling?
I did, and I sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I should.
If you think you shouldn't, then you don't have to.
Well, no, I'm not sure if Oscar would. That's all.
Okay.
Nope.
Poor Noodle.
Rolled
No.
as bad as me.
Okay. Well, you're just standing there for a while discussing the topic, and that's all sounds like it makes sense. Huh? You're racking your brains. You know what could somebody do? You know, research areas come to mind, and But you're thinking, if your suspicion is right, that one or more of the subjects are researchers, then wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah.
And eventually, it is Sophia who gets an idea. You remember something. In this in this area, there is a what you would call it, a cred chip depository.
Oh.
It's one of the closest thing to cash you could have. You know, basically cards you can insert into any these cards that have like a credit amount on them that can be inserted into any into any printer, or you know. Well, it doesn't work in every shop, but it works pretty much in every for every buy spot.
So
every vending machine, whatever that would be around. They're really meant more for emergencies. You know, like when somebody has lost their toggle and can't immediately get a new one. Of course, there are some savory elements to use it for, like untraceable transactions. But that's the bad eggs. No, these are meant for emergencies.
okay.
And there's a depot of sorts of them, and even though you're not privy to the blueprints of the place, but something like that's usually secure enough so that that would be constructed of non-printed materials.
That way somebody just couldn't use a no-clip suit to squeeze in and then make off like a bandit.
Exactly. Because there's a significant amount of money there, you know, and unlike the money that's, you know, digitally in the system, if you get in there, you can just grab it and take it and have it and can use it.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
What?
Gesundheit.
The
Sorry.
multi-sneeze.
Okay, so someone's wanting to rob the bank, basically.
Yep. And
Probably.
I think with that revelation, shall we call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, head hurts.
Nothing to be sorry about.
No, I think it's a good stopping point.
Yep. That
Enough
is.
for
We're at a
For
good
a-
story place. We're at a
Yes.
good story place.
Let me think. Well, 15 XP for everybody.
Yay.
Oh,
So we're at
Yep.
255.
I would like to note that this is the new standard.
oh.
255.
Let me check something.
15 XP is the new standard?
Yep.
Okay.
I am thinking if favor is warranted somewhere. Did any of you do particularly today?
I mean, other than face planting, Haneker did okay.
I'd like to
I
think
Would
Sophia.
not argue for anybody. Do you know why? Because it's not our place. That is entirely up to the guide. You
Yeah.
have to make the decision.
Brown
How dare you?
noser.
How dare you try to make us kiss up to you like that? How dare you make us pit against each other like that and compete? Not a competition. I reject your tyranny.
You fucking
False
Haneker's just
Emperor.
like Haneker's like, wait, it's a competition. Just socks Oscar in the face.
Well, Oscar doesn't want any favor. Understood.
Oscar's fine with earning it on his own merits.
And Haneker has his.
Also, favor is supposed to be rewarded for good roleplay.
That's funny as hell.
Well, okay, we shall
Aside.
leave it at that, I think.
All right.
As an aside, I want to name the Typhon Lamar. Can we name it Lamar?
Yeah, Haneker wants one, like really bad.
I
Can
love
we
that
name
you're
the
trying to name
Lamar?
it Lamar.
Yeah.
Thank
Can
you.
we? Please?
It's not yours!
It's also not a head crab, as far as I know.
The point of an esoteric reference is that it's esoteric. There's like literally at least 2 generations of people who may be listening to this who have no idea what I was talking about. And you just spoiled it! Ah!
Wow.
Everyone should
spoilers.
play Half-Life.
Yes, but they're not going to because it's an old game and therefore it's inferior.
Well, then they suck.
But it's a very rare game from a very rare dev anymore.
Yeah.
What do you mean they're a developer?
It's
They
not
don't
from
develop
Rare.
anything.
Touche.
Da-na-na-na.
And
Copyright
Rare is absorbed by Microsoft. Why would you trust them anymore?
I like nuts and bolts, okay?
Looks at Rare replay.
Anyway,
Well, I
Yes.
guess that's it, huh?
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
that's all the record keeping. Since we don't get
Yep.
money every session now.
so I think that is it.
Reclaimed stuff.
Yeah, or at least you should have reached your first landmark, so you can have fun with that until next time.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Oh joy.
Oh.
Great.
Prepare for phenomenal cosmic power.
Do I have to have phenomenal cosmic power? Can I just
Yes.
hang out?
So you can also have the itty bitty living space without the phenomenal cosmic powers.
Mhm.
Wait.
Well, that's
I
kind of
don't-
that's kind of an HSD standard for poor people, so it's not a surprise.
I mean, yeah, look at Haneker.
Oh.
Great, thanks, Ian. Remind us again that you live in squalor like a trash baby that you are.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. Holy shit.
Did I math wrong or missing something? Because I count.
Drop it real hard, right? Bring the
Yeah.
hammer down.
Wow. Not
Bring
pulling.
the hammer on Haneker.
What were you saying,
Yep.
Paul?
Sorry.
Oh, I count 245 XP. Did I miss some somewhere?
It should be 255.
Yes.
You
Which means
probably
we.
missed some from a session you didn't attend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and here's the thing. We still wouldn't be able to get to our landmark because we'd need another, maybe 10 or so XP for us to reach the next one, going by
What?
flatline.
What?
No,
Oh wait,
your first,
I'm
your
going
first
by the old
landmark.
rules. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Thinking of old rules. Ignore me.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a shit ton of notoriety.
All right, we'll have
Well, it
fun.
says you can only spend one.
On
I'm
each
going
thing
now.
per landmark.
I need to take a nap or something.
Okay.
I feel that. I feel that on a deep
Bye.
spiritual level.
Bye, internet.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for doing this.
Alright.